Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to this message for May 5th and 6th, 2026. The energy surrounding these next 2 days feels unusually charged, as though life itself is waiting for you to acknowledge something you have sensed for a while, but have not fully confronted yet. The repeating numbers, sudden realizations, quiet instincts, and strange emotional echoes showing up around you are not random coincidences. And somewhere deep inside, you already know that a meaningful shift has started to unfold. The presence of the Five of Pentacles alongside the Five of Wands points toward emotional tension, internal conflict, or pressure connected to finances, relationships, or your sense of stability. Yet this moment is not here to punish you. It is asking you to become more aware of the stories you keep repeating to yourself, because the thoughts you feed in silence eventually shape the reality standing in front of you. Fear tightens your world, while trust opens hidden doors you could not previously see. Picture your mind as something powerful enough to redirect the course of your energy. When you begin focusing on gratitude, possibility, and emotional clarity instead of survival mode, you slowly shift the atmosphere surrounding your life. The Hierophant appears here as a reminder that wisdom is available to you now through honest conversations, spiritual practices, trusted guidance, or even the deeper voice within yourself that refuses to stay quiet any longer. You are not navigating this transformation alone. Over these next 2 days, reconnecting with grounding rituals will help steady your emotions and sharpen your intuition. Whether that looks like journaling late at night, sitting in silence, revisiting beliefs that once gave you strength, or taking time away from noise and distraction, your spirit is asking for intentional stillness. There is something important about returning to practices that make you feel centered instead of emotionally scattered. The Two of Cups and Ace of Cups bring movement into your relationships and emotional connections. This energy can deepen an existing bond or introduce someone whose presence shifts the way you see yourself and your future. Not every connection arriving now is strictly romantic, though, because this may also reflect a partnership, collaboration, or meaningful encounter with someone who inspires growth and emotional honesty. Stay open to the people who leave you feeling stronger, clearer, and more aligned with yourself. This is also a powerful moment to invest energy into something that genuinely matters to you, even if part of you fears the uncertainty attached to it. The path ahead may not appear perfectly organized yet, but perfection is not the lesson here. Progress matters more than control right now, and your instincts are trying to move you towards something that reflects your deeper purpose instead of old expectations. At the same time, the Seven of Wands beside the moon asks you to confront patterns that quietly drain your energy. This could be a habit, an emotional attachment, a fear-based mindset, or a relationship where the balance has slowly disappeared. Deep down, you already recognize what no longer fits the person you are becoming. Releasing it is not weakness, and it is not failure either. It is an act of self-respect that creates room for stability, authority, and personal power to return to your life through the energy of the Emperor. Your spirit wants you to approach these next days as a process of self-mastery rather than self-judgment. Carry this affirmation with you. My life is an experiment. I welcome the exploration. Those words hold a deeper truth than they first appear to, because every mistake, every breakthrough, and every uncomfortable lesson is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more emotionally aware than before. Transformation becomes more meaningful when you embody it instead of simply talking about it. The way you influence others now comes less from force and more from the calm confidence you carry into difficult situations. People are more likely to hear your message when your words are steady instead of reactive, so choose composure over emotional defensiveness whenever possible. Keep in mind that this video speaks in general energies, and not every message will reflect your exact circumstances. Some parts may resonate immediately, while others may simply pass through without connection. And that is completely natural, because every person moves through life differently. Listen with openness, trust your judgment, and remember that you remain the one making decisions for your own future. I'm truly glad you're here, and stay with me until the end. Now let's look at the energies unfolding across different parts of your life over May 5th and 6th, Scorpio, including love, money, health, and family. Before we move deeper into this message, I want to share your lucky numbers and color for these next 2 days. And if this message has been resonating with you so far, take a moment to leave a like, because your support genuinely helps these videos continue reaching people who need guidance, clarity, and encouragement in their everyday lives. Your lucky numbers are 49 and 34. Try to stay aware of where these numbers appear, because their energy may align with important moments, choices, or opportunities unfolding around you right now. If you happen to come across situations where you can use them naturally, do not ignore that instinct, especially over the next 48 hours, when synchronicities feel especially active around you. Your lucky color is white. Wearing white, carrying it through an accessory, or surrounding yourself with lighter tones may help you feel mentally clearer, emotionally calmer, and more protected from heavy outside energy. If you find yourself choosing between colors during these next 2 days, lean toward the one connected to your intuition and emotional balance rather than impulse. At the same time, be more observant of the people surrounding you right now. Some individuals may reveal controlling behavior, hidden agendas, or emotional manipulation in ways that feel unusually obvious once you stop ignoring your instincts. Someone could present themselves as supportive or trustworthy while quietly draining your energy underneath the surface. And if you overlook the warning signs, disappointment could follow more deeply than expected. If a situation or interaction suddenly feels emotionally off, trust that feeling instead of forcing yourself to dismiss it. There may be unresolved tension, jealousy, or unspoken negativity operating behind someone's words, and your intuition is picking up on it for a reason. Still, do not allow yourself to become consumed by suspicion or emotional exhaustion, because these difficult dynamics are not the only energy surrounding you now. Focus your attention on the relationships that already bring steadiness, honesty, and emotional safety into your life. Even when trust feels difficult to navigate, there are still genuine people around you whose loyalty and care remain real. Those healthy connections matter more than temporary emotional games, and over time, the difference between true support and hidden motives will become impossible to ignore. Over these next 2 days, Scorpio, your presence feels incredibly magnetic. There is something about the way you are carrying yourself lately that draws attention naturally, not through force, but through quiet confidence, emotional depth, and a stronger awareness of your own value. You are beginning to reconnect with parts of yourself that once felt buried beneath exhaustion, self-doubt, or emotional heaviness. The emotional energy around you feels transformative and deeply revealing. Feelings that were once hidden may suddenly rise to the surface, not to overwhelm you, but to help you understand yourself and your relationships with greater honesty. At the same time, powerful new connections or emotional shifts may begin unfolding around you, especially with people who resonate with your deeper emotional world rather than surface-level attraction. Allow this period to become an opening toward healing, clarity, and meaningful personal growth. The star shines strongly around your energy now, bringing renewal after emotional turbulence and reminding you that hope returns slowly but steadily after periods of inner struggle. You have been recovering parts of yourself piece by piece, and this energy confirms that your emotional foundation is becoming stronger, calmer, and more aligned with who you truly are. Your ability to attract opportunities, inspiration, and meaningful connections becomes stronger when you stop doubting your own instincts. Trust where your intuition is guiding you, whether that energy is pulling you toward a creative project, a personal goal, or a connection that feels emotionally genuine. This is not about fantasy or illusion. It is about recognizing the quiet power you carry when your emotions and inner truth begin moving in the same direction. The King of Cups reflects emotional maturity, restraint, and inner stability, all qualities becoming more visible in you now, Scorpio. Your sensitivity is no longer something that controls you uncontrollably, because you are learning how to channel emotion into wisdom, discernment, and strength. People may begin seeing you as someone they admire or trust deeply because of the calm authority you bring into emotionally complicated situations. In relationships, this card can also point towards someone entering your life with sincerity, emotional intelligence, and genuine depth. Whether this energy reflects you or another person around you, the connection carries emotional honesty instead of shallow attraction. There is something undeniably compelling about the way authenticity radiates through you now, especially to people who value emotional truth more than appearances. The moon's energy becomes especially strong around you over May 5th and 6th, illuminating hidden emotions, unspoken desires, and truths that have remained buried beneath the surface. Your intuition feels sharper than usual, allowing you to notice emotional inconsistencies, mixed signals, or things left unsaid within personal or romantic situations. Someone may be struggling to understand the intensity of their feelings toward you, or uncertainty may still be clouding the full picture. Rather than reacting impulsively, allow your instincts to guide you through what appearances cannot fully explain yet. The confusion surrounding a situation is beginning to clear slowly, and what once felt emotionally uncertain may soon reveal itself with far more honesty and depth. The Death card rises here not as an ending to fear, but as a symbol of profound transformation, asking you to release patterns, attachments, or emotional burdens that no longer support the person you are becoming, Scorpio. As someone who grows through transformation and emotional rebirth, Scorpio, you are beginning to shed patterns that have quietly exhausted your spirit for far too long. This may involve outdated relationships, lingering self-doubt, emotional habits, or situations that no longer reflect the person you are becoming. The Death card does not arrive to take something meaningful away from you. It arrives to clear space for a more honest and powerful beginning, especially in matters connected to love, direction, and personal identity. A major internal or external shift feels closer now, whether through a change in mindset, environment, priorities, or emotional perspective. Something inside you is preparing to move differently, with greater self-awareness and less attachment to what once kept you emotionally stuck. As this transition unfolds, you may notice a growing sense of freedom returning to your life, along with renewed energy that helps you reconnect with your deeper sense of purpose. The Chariot moves forward with determination and focus, encouraging you to meet these next changes with confidence instead of hesitation. While your emotional depth can sometimes make decisions feel heavier or more complicated than they truly are, this energy asks you to trust your ability to regain control and move with intention. Career matters, future plans, or even relocation decisions may begin gaining momentum now, especially in situations that previously felt delayed or uncertain. Success becomes possible when you stop allowing inner conflict to pull you in opposite directions. These next 2 days are asking you to balance instinct with action, emotional truth with practical movement, and intuition with discipline. Projects or goals that once felt stagnant may suddenly begin moving forward again, and even in your romantic life, someone may finally gather the courage to act instead of remaining trapped in uncertainty. When it comes to your health, this message asks you to become more conscious of the habits you have been overlooking lately. As an adult, no one is standing over you reminding you to rest properly, drink enough water, or avoid overindulging in things that slowly drain your energy. That freedom can feel comforting, but it also places responsibility directly into your own hands, especially now when your routines and emotional state are more connected than usual. Be mindful of habits that seem harmless in the moment, but slowly create imbalance over time. Whether it is excessive sugar, processed food, lack of sleep, dehydration, or emotional stress showing up physically in your body, your system is asking for more care and consistency. Occasional indulgence is not the problem here. The real issue begins when temporary comfort quietly turns into a repeated pattern that leaves your body carrying the consequences later. Your physical and emotional well-being are deeply connected right now, Scorpio, and this is a powerful time to become more intentional about how you treat yourself. Venus is surrounding you with energy connected not only to attraction and relationships, but also to self-worth, softness, and personal care. You are being reminded that loving yourself is not vanity. It is a form of emotional protection and long-term healing. Look at yourself with more compassion instead of constantly focusing on what still needs fixing. There is something transformative about recognizing your own value without waiting for outside validation to confirm it first. The more attention you give to your well-being, appearance, energy, and emotional balance, the more naturally your confidence begins to strengthen from within. In your work environment, things may have felt emotionally flat or uninspiring lately. Conversations seem quieter, motivation may feel lower than usual, and the atmosphere around others could feel disconnected or creatively drained. Even if your work is structured or repetitive, the lack of emotional engagement around you may be affecting your inspiration more than you initially realized. Saturn's influence here acts like a test of patience and endurance, asking you not to surrender to emotional stagnation. Instead of waiting for the environment around you to improve on its own, this energy encourages you to bring fresh perspective, creativity, or warmth into the situation yourself. Small changes in your workspace, daily routine, or communication style could shift the atmosphere more than expected. If you feel inspired to suggest improvements, speak up thoughtfully and with confidence. Whether that means sharing ideas with co-workers, adjusting how tasks are approached, or offering constructive input to someone in leadership, your voice carries more influence right now than you may realize. As long as your intentions remain practical and respectful, people are more likely to respond positively to your initiative. And if you have been searching for a new job, do not allow silence or slow responses to convince you that your efforts are being ignored. The time you have spent researching, applying, learning, and reaching out is building towards something, even if results have not appeared yet. News or opportunities may arrive through unexpected sources soon, but you will need to step beyond familiar routines and comfort zones if you want to move closer to the direction you have been hoping for. In the financial area of your life, Scorpio, the energy surrounding May 5th and 6th encourages you to slow down and approach money matters with both intuition and practical awareness. The moon moving through your sign intensifies your instincts, making this a powerful moment to reevaluate spending habits, investments, or long-term financial goals that no longer feel aligned with where your life is heading. Something about your relationship with security and stability is shifting now, and you are being asked to make choices that support your future rather than temporary emotional comfort. This is not the time for reckless decisions or emotionally driven risks. Instead, trust your ability to notice opportunities that other people might overlook because your intuition feels unusually sharp right now. Financial energy is beginning to move more favorably around you, especially as Venus prepares to enter your sign and amplify your natural magnetism, confidence, and ability to attract support or useful connections. Unexpected help could arrive through ordinary interactions, casual conversations, or people who genuinely appreciate your presence and insight. A bonus, recommendation, collaboration, or small financial opportunity may appear quietly rather than dramatically, so stay attentive to subtle openings instead of forcing outcomes. Luck flows more easily when your actions come from grounded confidence rather than fear, urgency, or desperation. At the same time, emotional stress could distort your judgment if you are not careful. Be mindful of spending money impulsively just to create temporary relief from emotional pressure, because those choices may leave you feeling heavier later. This energy is also pushing you to confront lingering financial fears, debts, or unhealthy patterns that may have developed over time through insecurity, avoidance, or emotional exhaustion. Facing those realities honestly creates space for healthier abundance to grow. Side projects, creative ideas, personal talents, or independent pursuits carry strong potential right now because your imagination and emotional intelligence are working together in a productive way. Neptune's bold influence adds momentum to ideas you may have quietly developed for a long time, encouraging you to stop overthinking and begin taking small but meaningful action. Even modest steps made during these next 2 days could eventually lead to something much larger. Be careful not to compare your progress to someone else's path, because outside pressure or envy could distract you from opportunities uniquely meant for you. Your energy attracts success in unconventional ways, often through emotional insight, creativity, compassion, or your ability to connect deeply with people who trust your presence. Stay grounded in gratitude as these shifts unfold around you. Synchronicities, timing, and subtle opportunities may begin aligning more clearly once you stop forcing yourself to move at someone else's pace. The energy here favors building lasting stability through conscious decisions, patience, and consistent action, rather than emotional extremes or rushed expectations. In love, these next 2 days create space for meaningful changes within your relationship. If you and your partner have been needing more emotional excitement, honesty, or spontaneity, this is a beautiful time to introduce new experiences gently and thoughtfully. The key is understanding the right emotional moment, so your partner feels safe, appreciated, and naturally open to what you are suggesting. Grand gestures are not necessarily what matters most right now. The emotional atmosphere you create together carries far more weight than expensive places or dramatic displays. Think about what would genuinely make the person you care about feel understood, valued, and emotionally close to you. Whether that means preparing something meaningful for them, revisiting a favorite place, or simply creating a memory that feels sincere and personal. The emotional connection between you can deepen naturally when care is expressed through attention and presence rather than pressure. There is a strong chance that shared moments during these next 2 days will strengthen intimacy and bring warmth back into the relationship. This energy encourages you to nurture love actively instead of waiting for connection to happen on its own. If you are single, someone may finally gather the confidence to express interest in you or ask to spend time together. Even if the connection begins casually, you will still need to decide how emotionally available you truly are and what kind of relationship you genuinely want. Attraction alone does not automatically mean long-term alignment, so honesty with yourself and with others becomes especially important now. If someone has been sending subtle signals or showing curiosity about you, it is natural to wonder where that energy could lead. Still, you are not obligated to define a connection before you fully understand your feelings. The most important thing is remaining clear, emotionally honest, and genuine about your intentions, instead of allowing uncertainty or mixed signals to create confusion. Family dynamics also carry deeper emotional intensity over May 5th and 6th, Scorpio, especially as hidden feelings or long unspoken truths begin surfacing more naturally. Conversations may open the door to healing, emotional understanding, or a stronger sense of closeness between you and the people who matter most. Your ability to listen calmly and respond with emotional maturity becomes one of the most important energies you bring into these interactions. If conversations about moving, changes at home, or future family plans have been lingering in the background, greater clarity may finally begin emerging now. Home feels emotionally significant during this period, almost like a private space where deeper feelings can finally breathe without pressure or distraction. Shared moments such as cooking together, revisiting memories, or simply spending intentional time with loved ones may help strengthen emotional bonds in quiet but meaningful ways. Your intuition also helps you navigate emotional sensitivities with greater awareness and grace. Even when emotions become complicated around family matters, you are learning how to remain emotionally open without absorbing every tension surrounding you.